Hello my little bumpkins and welcome to this Minecraft tutorial. In this video we'll be building this pumpkin themed house. You can find a link to the build's inspiration below. You want to start by clearing out an area of 20 blocks by 20 blocks for the build. These are the materials you'll need for the build, and you may have some placeholder blocks left over at the end. Now let's build. We're going to start the build off with the ground floor. Start by adding an outline of polished andesite around the inside of the red and black concrete outline. Fill the space in between the polished andesite with stone. In the centre of the stone floor, add an 18 high 2x2 pillar of spruce logs going vertically. Then using your dark oak stairs and dark oak slabs, build a 2 wide staircase up to the 9th block of the centre pillar. Note the entrance for the building will be on the wall directly in front of the stairs. Next, take your orange concrete, orange wool, smooth red sandstone and pumpkins and build a 5 high wall on top of the black and red concrete outline. On the wall directly in front of your staircase, replace the 2 middle blocks with dark oak doors on the inside of the blocks. Surround the sides and tops of the dark oak doors with upright dark oak trapdoors. At the wall on the opposite side of the door, replace the centre of the wall with this cross-shaped window using black stained glass panes. Then at the 2 side walls, add a 4x3 window of black stained glass panes in the centre of the wall. Back to the walls, you want to add this 4 long-sided circle on top, then add this 2 long-sided circle on top. Coming up and behind the block, you want to add 5 layers of this 8 long-sided circle on top, and finish off this top section of the walls with a layer of this 6 long-sided circle on top. Come to the front of the building and come down 3 blocks and knock out a 2x2 hole going towards the bottom of the building. Fill in the gap with 2 acacia doors. Coming to the left side of the building, replace the centre of the wall, 1 block from the top, with a 4x2 window of black stained glass panes. Then at the right side of the building underneath the top wall, add 2 2x3 windows of black stained glass panes at the left and right side of the wall. Now back to the building, come up and in a block to the centre and add a layer of this 8 long-sided circle. Come up and in a block again and add a layer of this 2 long-sided circle on top. Coming up and in a block again and add this circular shape on top. Come up and in a block again and add this layer on top. And finally come up and in a block again and add the final layer that should surround the very top of the 2x2 spruce pillar in the centre of the house. And you can find a step-by-step view of the walls by checking the plots link in the description below. Next we're going to add some details to the outside of the walls. Starting at the 2 wide walls at the sides of the doorway, we're going to add 2 pumpkin pillars using 2 stone bricks and a stone wall with a jack-o'-lantern on top. In front of the orange walls to the sides of the dark oak trapdoors, add a 3 high pillar of spruce logs. Top the logs off with a spruce slab. Next to the top log going towards the centre of the wall, add an upside down spruce stair. Top the stair off with a spruce log. Top the logs off with a spruce slab. And between the top 2 logs, add 2 upside down spruce stairs facing in towards each other. Add a spruce log on top of each stair. Then top the logs off with a spruce slab. In front of the top left log, I'm going to add an acacia sign that says pumpkin in capitals. Then in front of the top right log, add an acacia sign that says manor, also in capitals. And finally in front of the top log of the 3 high pillar on the left hand side, add a bell. Coming to the bottom right window, start by adding a spruce trapdoor in front of the 2 centre pieces of glass at the top and bottom of the window. Add a trapdoor under the bottom trapdoors and add a trapdoor above the top trapdoors. Add a spruce stair facing the centre of the window in front of the bottom 2 corner pieces of glass. Then do the same with 2 upside down spruce stairs at the top. Then in front of the glass between the stairs on both sides, add an upright spruce trapdoor facing away from the window. Then add an upright spruce trapdoor behind these trapdoors facing towards the window this time. Then coming to the bottom left window, repeat the same steps. At the window at the back, add a spruce stair facing the centre of the window in front of the bottom 2 pieces of glass. Add a spruce slab to the outside of these stairs, making sure the slab is at the top of the block. Top the slabs off with spruce stairs facing the centre of the window. Add an upside down spruce stair facing the centre of the window on top. Top these upside down stairs off with a spruce slab. Then in front of the glass at the top, add an upside down spruce stair facing the centre of the window. Coming to the doorway at the top, start by adding a 4 wide layer of spruce planks in front of the blocks under the doors. Then in front of the planks, add a spruce slab at the top of the block. On top of the 2 corner planks, add a 3 high pillar of spruce logs. Top the logs off with a spruce trapdoor. And between the logs, add 2 upside down spruce stairs facing away from the wall. And top the stairs off with a spruce slab. Then at the same level as the spruce planks under the doors, add a ring of spruce wood all around the house. Add a stone button on top of the corner logs at the 4 sides of the building. Over at the right side of the house, use your chains to hang some pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns and carved pumpkins from under the wood. Over at the corner between the back wall and the left wall of the house, randomly stack some pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns and carved pumpkins on top of the wood outline. Then underneath the rest of the wood and the spruce planks under the top doors, add a layer of open spruce fence gates. Over at the corner between the left and front walls, we're going to add a crane and platform full of supplies. Start by placing 6 spruce wood blocks going up and to the left like a staircase. Then underneath the 4 centre wood blocks, add an upside down spruce stair facing to the left. On top of the bottom 5 wood blocks, add a spruce slab. At the front and back of the top wood block, add a stone button, then hang a grindstone underneath the top wood block. Then underneath the first grindstone, add another grindstone facing in the opposite direction. Hang 3 chains from the bottom grindstone. Then attach another grindstone under the bottom chain, making sure the stone part is connected to the chain. Under this grindstone, add a 5x5 platform using spruce trapdoors. On top of the 4 corners, add a spruce fence. Then join the corners using spruce fence gates. And finish off the crane and platform by randomly placing some pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, carved pumpkins and hay bales on top of the platform. Over at the top window on the left wall, start by adding a layer of spruce fences in front of the glass panes. Place a spruce slab under the bottom 2 middle fences. Then place a spruce slab on top of the top 2 middle fences. Place a spruce trapdoor under the bottom 2 corner fences, and place a spruce trapdoor on top of the top 2 corner fences. Then add upright spruce trapdoors to the fences at the sides. At the top window on the right wall, start by adding a spruce stair to the outside of the 2 windows. Above the stair, add an upright spruce trapdoor. Then above the trapdoors, add an upside down spruce stair. To the sides of the top stairs going towards the centre of the window, add a spruce slab, making sure it's at the top of the block. Top the slabs off with a spruce trapdoor. Then to the sides of the trapdoors going towards the centre of the windows, add a spruce slab at the bottom of the block. Under the slabs, hang a lantern. And in between the slabs, add 2 spruce stairs. Hang an open spruce fence gate under the 2 stairs. On top of the wood blocks in the centre of the windows, add 2 grass blocks. Surround the grass blocks with spruce trapdoors. Then plant your 2 favourite flowers on top of the grass blocks. Next, come up to the third last layer of the house and add a 3 long layer of horizontal spruce logs at the sides of the middle 2 blocks on all 4 sides. Then leave a 2 block gap beside each of these logs and add another 3 long layer of horizontal spruce logs in the corners on all 4 sides. Add stone buttons to the front of the logs. And in between the logs, add 2 upright spruce trapdoors all the way around. To finish the outside of the house, we're going to add a pumpkin stem. Start by coming to the front and top of the house, and on top of the spruce pillar in the centre, add a 2x2 and 3 high pillar of waxed weathered copper. Add 2 waxed weathered cut copper stairs at the bottom of the 4 sides of the pillar. On top of the left side of the copper pillar, add 2 waxed weathered cut copper slabs. Then on the right side, add 2 waxed weathered copper, topped off with 2 waxed weathered cut copper slabs. To the right, add a 1x2 and 3 high pillar of copper. Add a layer of cut copper slabs to the top and bottom of this pillar. Extend the 2 top layers of copper to the right by 1 block. Again, add a layer of cut copper slabs to the bottom and top of this pillar. To the right of the top layer of copper, add a 1x2 and 2 high layer of copper. Once again, add a layer of copper slabs to the bottom and top. Again, to the right of the top layer of copper, add a 1x2 and 2 high layer of copper. This time, add a layer of copper slabs to the bottom only. Extend the top layer of copper to the right by a block. Then add a layer of cut copper slabs on top of the right copper blocks. And to the right of the copper slabs, add 2 waxed weathered cut copper stairs. Then finish off the stem by taking spruce fences and connecting the centre of the stem to the centre spruce logs at the right. Before we get started with the interior, come up to the top of your staircase and fill in the floor up here with dark oak planks. Around the centre of the ceiling, hang some lights using an end rod with a chain underneath, and hang a lantern from the chain. In each of the 4 corners, hang an additional 2 lanterns from the blocks. And using your spruce fences and spruce fence gates, build a handrail along the gap of your stairs. Coming downstairs, hang some more lights, this time using an end rod with 2 chains underneath and a lantern hanging from the chain. In each of the 4 corners, hang an additional lantern, and in the corners above the door and windows, add some more lanterns to help brighten up the area. Over at the left side of the bottom floor, start by adding 2 tripwire hooks to act as coat hooks on the wall under the lantern. Under the window, place a smithing table, crafting table, grindstone, loom, flexion table, and cartography table. On the side walls, add 2 spruce trapdoors to the top of the bottom blocks. Then at the sides in front of the crafting area, add an upright spruce trapdoor to make these tables. On top of the left table, add a potted flowering azalea and a lantern. And on top of the right table, add an amethyst bud and a skull. At the back window, we're going to add a storage area. Start by adding an ender chest and shulker box under the centre of the window. To the sides, add a 2 high layer of double chests. Then at each side, add a single chest on top. In the corners at both sides, randomly place some barrels for extra storage, and if you need even more storage, you can place some barrels under the staircase behind you. And top each set of barrels off with a lantern. Under the window at the right, we're going to add a smelting and cooking area. Start by adding 2 blast furnaces under the centre of the window. Add a stone pressure plate on top of the blast furnaces. To the sides, add a smoker. Then to the sides of the smokers, add a furnace. On top of the furnace in the left corner, add a brewing stand. Then on the wall above the furnace at the right, add an item frame with a wooden shovel in it. To the sides of the furnaces, add another 2 of the spruce tables we added on the left wall. On top of the left table, add a sea pickle and an item frame with a piece of steak in it. Above the table, add 2 item frames with a honey bottle in one and a pumpkin pie in the other. On the table to the right, add an empty flower pot and some lit orange candles. And finish up by adding a 2x2 painting on the 2 wide wall to the right of this table. Coming to the doorway at the top of the house, start by leaving a 1 block gap at both sides of the door and add 2 1x2 paintings. Then on the right side between the door and the painting, add an item frame with a spyglass in it. Over at the window on the left wall, place 2 beds under the centre of the window. Leave a 1 block gap to the sides of the beds and add a beehive that will act as a bedside table. Place a sea pickle on top of the left beehive. and place an end rod topped with a red mushroom block on top of the right beehive. Over at the back wall, we're going to add an enchanting and brewing area. Start by adding an ender chest in the bottom left corner, add a spruce trapdoor to the top of the block above the ender chest, then add a potted cactus on top of the trapdoor. In the bottom right hand corner, add a cauldron filled with water, and add a spruce trapdoor to the top of the block above the cauldron, then place a barrow above the trapdoor. Fill in the rest of the back wall with a 6x3 wall of bookcases. On top of the bookcases, add 2 barrels, an amethyst bud, a brewing stand, and a potted crimson fungus. At the sides of the bookcase, come away from the wall with a 2x2 wall of bookcases. Then add a single bookcase in front, add a lantern on top of the single bookcase at the left. Then in the centre of the bookcases, add your enchanting table and a grindstone. And finally, over at the windows at the right wall, add an armour stand in the corners. Then in between the windows, add a 2-high wall of double chests. And finish it off by surrounding the sides and top of the chests with spruce trapdoors. And there we have it, your very own pumpkin themed house and interior. You can find a playlist of all my tutorials by visiting my channel, and be sure to follow my Instagram and Twitter link below for screenshots of all the builds featured in my tutorials. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more Minecraft tutorials in the future. But until then, I'll see you later. Bye!